Alright.
Yo, it's About Life Podcast. It's your boy Shane, aka Black Duplicate. You already know what it is. It's game day. And we're gonna be talking about big time. See, I made a big time video like a couple weeks ago, and something happened and got deleted. So now I gotta go about and redo this. So I want to make sure y'all get this because this content is fire, and I know they released some more stuff. So I wanted to catch us up and get us up to date on what's going on with there. We're also gonna see if we could jump on their IG. They got some pretty dope content over on the IG as well. But we're gonna get onto the YouTube and you're gonna be able to see some actual gameplay. I think the early pass already opened up and people might be playing. I'm not 100% sure. We're going to look into that as well. But Big Time is fire. As you know, Big Time is a blockchain game that allows you to basically use NFTs within the world to customize and battle with your stuff. So everything in the game is supposed to be NFTs. I can talk about the time mechanism, the weapons, the armor, the whole character, like everything in the world is supposed to be NFT based, right? So they're actually dropping, like, supposedly this year. The whole game's supposed to drop this year. I believe they're dropping the beta. Probably already have, if I'm correct. So let's get into it and let's go check out some Big Time. I already got a little thing opened up here right on YouTube with some gameplay. This is a long video. We're not going to watch the whole thing. We're just going to watch some of it, and then I'll jump onto some other clips and stuff like that so y'all can see some of the cool stuff. The game looks phenomenal. I'm very excited about it. It's very interesting. It has its own look, its own feel, its own theme, and I love that. So many games seem to be blending and kind of having that similar OD graphic look. You know what I mean? And I'm liking the fact that they kind of have like their own feel and look to the game, and it's splendid. It's marvelous. I love it. I'm pretty excited to try it and play it. I will definitely love to try it and play it and see what I can do with it. So let's get into it. Let's check it out.
Alright, welcome everybody again. Welcome to Big Time Early Access Edition. Reminder, this is Early Access launch of Big Time, and you're not looking at the full game. However, we are earning real cosmetic NFTs. Space NFTs are dropping, but as of right now, they're not currently accessible, and it could change whenever you're watching this, and you won't see tokens, as these features will be coming down later down the road. So
Exactly.
First, I'll explain where we are. We are in Time's End. Time's End is the last planet left at the end of the universe. It's littered with the Blight, the insectoid species of Big Time, and some other hostile mobs, the wild jawworm, gastropod, there's one right there. Some of them are not very fun to come across, and in Time's End, it's an adventure zone, so there's a bunch of stuff to do. You can go meet other players who are not in your party, you can go mine materials.
Pretty sick. See how it has its own look and stuff?
Quests, adventures,
Like,
go
sick.
around, it's a bunch of fun. Alright, before we get into a dungeon, I want to explain, I first want to explain classes that each have something good at and their own unique playstyle. I'm a Shadow Blade. I'm your nippy fast DPS character. I can't take a lot of damage, but I sure can do a lot, and I can dash around the place in and out of combat, so very fun. Only problem is can't take a lot of damage, but you can do a lot. This guy in front of us, Calf B, he's a Time Warrior. He's your tank character. He's your heavy hitting melee brute. He can't take a lot of damage. He can take a lot of damage, he can do a lot of damage as well. Only problem is he's not the most nimble character. I always like going for the Time Warrior. I'm just trying to level up my Shadow Blade right now. Alias is your Chronomancer. He's your long distance mage character who casts spells to do damage.
Sick.
You see some bad guys you're going to be fighting. Extend your combat distance, be able to get away, because some of the bad guys in the dungeon have an area.
See how it has its own look to it? I love it.
Down, they can set you on fire, a bunch of not fun stuff. So being able to extend your combat distance is incredibly useful. I don't think we have one on the team right now, so I'll swap to the Quantum Fixer. The Quantum Fixer is your healer. It's very useful because to be able to heal up your team, needed in every game to be able to support the guy putting in the heavy hits. He has his shield that looks so epic, and the cool thing at Big Time is weapons, equipment, and armor are not class-based, they're stat-based. So even though I'm a Quantum Fixer, I could wield a Shadow Blade weapon, I could wield a Time Warrior weapon, I could wield whatever I want to if I have the appropriate stats. And it goes for any character, so any combination is feasible if you have the appropriate stats. And stats are right here, so you just need to level up these stats accordingly, because every piece of armor and equipment has their own stats accordingly. So how do you get these stats? Well, as you kill bad guys, you'll get XP. And once you get enough XP, you'll progress to the next level. And when you go to the next level, you'll get 2 stat points, and you'll get 1 skill point. You can spend these skill points on unlocking more skills.
Okay. Okay. That's the growth basis. Very nice. Pretty nice. Pretty sick.
And you can expand your skill tree, because it doesn't look very expansive, by a pocket watch gear, and you get these as loot drops from killing bad guys. So they augment and expand your skill tree. They don't unlock the skill, but they give you the ability to spend a skill point to then unlock it. So that's just a cursory overview. So you guys ready to get into a dungeon and kill some bad guys? Let's do it. Wanna go find one? Let's go find ourselves a dungeon.
See how it has like its own look and its own feel to it. Like it doesn't look like any other game that you've really played much.
So of course, Time's End we're in right now is an adventure zone. There's a bunch of stuff to do here. It's a ton of fun. You can kill bad guys. You can craft.
Pretty sick.
Excuse me, not craft. You can mine materials. A bunch of fun stuff. So in adventure zones, you can kill bad guys, mine materials, go on winding quest adventures. A bunch of fun stuff.
All right. That's the
fellas.
That's the little world.
Yep. I mean, you're also the most nimble class in Big Time. Yeah,
that's true. Oh, other people aren't Shadow Blades. I thought everyone was going to go Shadow Blade. I thought we were all going to level up our Shadow Blade. Gosh, I'm just too quick. Look at me. Fast as heck, boy. One of the pieces of material you can mine, you go up to this, and you can press E to mine this big chunk of rock. Then you will come across certain materials. I don't know exactly what type I'm going to get. Iron ore, look at that. Picking up iron ore, just like that by mining. And the reason for mining will be explained a little bit later. Not by
Alright.
for sure. That's coming later down the road.
Got a portal on, right?
Awesome.
That's Portal.
Alright, we're going to go into the Insectoid Hive, level 5 to 12. I think we can do it. That doesn't seem too hard, everybody. We can do it.
Mm-hmm.
When we go into the dungeon, I'll explain how dungeons are generated. Are we going to wait for other people? Or we've got everyone here? Or are we going to wait a little bit?
We have a time warrior that's a bit on the delayed side right now.
No problem.
I think one of our teammates summoned. Just waiting on.
All right. So you play like with a squad, you got like a whole team and shit. Like this is pretty
I
sick.
think he said he's
It's pretty badass. I'm pretty fascinated. To be honest with you, I'm ready to see some combat. I want to see some battling, and then after that, I'll probably cut it and we'll go jump onto some other videos. By the way, you can go watch the whole thing yourself if you like. It's right on Big Time, right on their page on YouTube. It's just called Big Time.
Go Beast Mode Gaming is asking are the characters NFTs, and the answer is no. Anything that provides stats, power in game, etc., are not NFTs.
Okay. Stats, power. Okay.
Classic issue to get in. I got it. Finally.
Okay, so you're looking at maybe weapons and armor is probably the NFT part of the game. Okay. Well, you typing like crazy.
Awesome. So as you get in, I'll explain how dungeons are generated, all that fun stuff, how combat works, and all the stuff that's going on. In front of us is a Tree of Life. It is a permanent health beacon. All players in your party need to stand inside the radius or to progress and get your first mission objective. Our mission objective is now to seek and destroy 7 wanderers. But Tree of Life, you stand inside of it, you and everyone inside its radius will start to heal up. It is indestructible. But also something important to mention is enemies inside the radius of its effect will not heal up. So it is definitely a viable strat to lure enemies back to a Tree of Life, and then you can heal up and hopefully kill them. Something cool about dungeons in Big Time. Our dungeons are procedurally generated.
Okay, has the bells.
Dungeon, it'll be slightly different. It's not random like a seeded Minecraft, but it follows a set of procedures. So bad guys, a different route we take, a different mission objective. It's always different. You never get the same thing. You get to see the first glimpses of combat in Big Time. As I left click, I progress through a series of 4 attacks. And anytime I can right click and do a big critical, that's not always just a huge ton of damage, but it also can be a stun ability if I have the appropriate weapon.
Okay.
Well, what's an appropriate weapon? Well, if I have a Chronomancer staff, one of its combos is a stun ability.
Okay, so each weapon does different things. Okay.
They're stat based, so if I have the appropriate stat, I can wield any weapon in the game I want to. Now we're just killing some blight right now. Use the insectoid species of Big Time.
Okay, so you're
those
battling
circles
insects.
turning
Okay.
gray. I need to heal up, holy moly. Thanks, everybody.
Leveled up. Okay.
Let me pick up some stuff. Ooh, Shadowblade chest piece, nice. I get to replace my starter gear with some better stuff. Oh, it's already equipped, awesome. Is it? No, it's not. I need to push this button. There we go. I should know this, Zach. Alright. In a little bit, I'll explain about stats,
Interesting.
skills, go into a little bit more detail.
I want to know, like, does the armor like change the look of the character? I would assume so. All right. It should at least.
Also, for people wondering, if your health points go to 0, you are not fully dead. You will go into something called the DBNO state, the down but not out. It means you have 60 seconds to be revived by a teammate before you really kick the bucket.
Ah, okay.
Even when you kick the bucket, you're not fully gone. And what do I mean by that? Well, there's something called shrines, and shrines are littered around the dungeon. And each shrine is a one-time use. And if all your teammates are dead, and you make it out alive. Well, anyway, if all your teammates are dead, and one of you makes it out, if yourself makes it back, you can go to this shrine, and you can use the Revive Fallen Comrade Shrine, and bring everyone who's dead back from the dead. Apparently it's an item in front of Gray. I'm just on low health. Let me just heal up for a second, then I'll demonstrate instance-based loot. Hold on.
Alright. Yeah, we'll just go this guy out real quickly. I don't know how to pop it out in front of you, Zach.
Awesome, link over to Gray. So, in front of Gray, you can't see the item on the ground, and there's a reason for that. It's something really cool and big time called instance-based loot. I personally call it the friendship-saving mechanic. It means that loot can't be stolen from you, and then you lose a friend. You also may lose a friend if they dance for those bad dancing skills. But for example, I can't see this item in front of Gray right now, but if Gray presses R on his keyboard, he's able to share this item with me. Since items big time in instance, that the item is his, and I can't see it, and it can't be stolen from him. So you don't have to worry about people stealing your items. You get some like cool sword, a piece of equipment, or something like that. People can't be like, "Oh, mine." You take it for yourself.
Okay. Okay, so what you get is yours. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Okay. Well, I'll watch this for the whole hour, but I'm just fascinated. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna cut it because I gotta go to other stuff. Because that stuff just draws. As you see, it just draws me in. Like, I'm a gamer at heart. I'm a gamer. At heart, I love games. And I mean, it's pretty cool how you get his little character here and stuff like that and all this stuff. Like, I'm fascinated. You know, like, I'm definitely gonna be looking way more into big time. I think it's phenomenal what they're doing. You know, and I'm very intrigued and very interested in seeing more. Like, they got a whole bunch of stuff. As you see, this is their page right here, Big Time, which is right on YouTube. So you can go over here and you can look at it. It's gonna show you how to play, which is what we were kind of almost just watching. I believe so. Let's see real quick. I'm not 100%
Finally, a way to build your website the way you actually
little
envision.
ad about it.
And it's called Wix. Now, being Theo Joe, the tech YouTuber, I like to think I know.
Okay, yada yada yada. I need to get me a premium membership. So
Welcome to Big Time 101.
Okay, hold on. It's something
Today,
different though.
we'll be giving you an introduction to the world of Big Time. When you first enter the game,
See how the characters are all
choose a
different?
starting class that will decide the skills and abilities available to you. There is no pressure to choose right the first time around, however, as all newcomers to Time's End will find themselves near Watertown, where they will find Big Time's class trainers, and where they will be able to acquire new pocket watches.
Okay.
Once equipped,
So that
you can
explains
build
it a little
mastery
bit.
of your pocket watch's associated classes' abilities by defeating monsters and leveling up your pocket watch. Leveling up your pocket watch will also grant you points to spend on your various abilities and stats. But you will
That's a quick
also
little
most
breakdown
likely
for you. I'll
find
make it a little
gears,
easier.
special pocket watch attachments while playing.
Okay.
These
Chronomancer.
gears offer the chance to unlock new abilities, augment existing ones, or buff your personal stats when socketed into a compatible pocket watch, giving you the power to tailor your newfound strength to your own playstyle.
Okay. All right.
The primary method of leveling up will be to find time tears, temporary chronological disturbances found in Time's End. Enter the adventure instances they lead to, and fight the enemies found inside. Early on, however, players may fight the fauna and enemies around Time's End. Leveling up your pocket watch is the easiest way to increase your power, but it isn't the only one. You can also boost your effectiveness in battle by equipping items that can be bought from Vendroids or dropped by defeated enemies.
Okay.
These weapons and armor pieces can be equipped by double-clicking them from the inventory or by dragging them to their respective slots.
Pretty simple, badass, okay.
Different pieces of equipment will need different stat levels to equip, and the higher the tier, the more stat points are required to use it. You can check your equipment's requirements in the inventory by hovering over it, or before picking it up by aiming your camera at it and pressing the left Alt button. If you aren't satisfied with your current gear, you can go fight in adventure instances for better equipment, or check the Vendroids again later. Their store items change periodically, and you never know when something they have might interest you.
Yes, exactly. Yep. Onyx
Every
Ammo.
adventure starts somewhere, and no one starts out a hero. But begin your journey now. Never give up.
Yeah, like it has
and
like
you're
its
sure
own
to make
look
your
to
name.
it, though. You know, that's why I feel like it's pretty
Join us.
badass.
And we'll see you in Time's End.
Yes. Well, that's big time. As y'all see, they have a whole bunch of stuff like that. The early access pass down here, which is giving people early access to go and play it, which is how you're seeing some of this stuff. Of course, you know, it's like a beta set, and then, you know, figuring things out. People are able to buy these passes early on. See the Ruby Pass update. Just gonna tell us some stuff about that. Let's see. For those of you who got the Ruby Pass, which I'm sure there are some of you who
One
have.
simple but brilliant trick to cool your home in 90 seconds.
Interesting.
Tired of hot and stuff?
Just turn on the AC.
Hello and welcome to the Big Time Ruby Pass update. The game has gone through some huge changes since the last update.
Oh, okay.
Most of
Let's
the
look at
biggest
fire.
adjustments made so far have been to improve players' quality of life and immersion. But we
Okay.
also have new content that we're sure will excite everyone who's been waiting.
Yes.
So, what's new this time around? First is the new mini-map to help adventurers find their way around Time's End and adventure instances.
Badass. I like that.
As well as
That's
locate
sick.
important
That's
services
sick.
such as Vendroids, class trainers, NPCs, and party members.
Okay. Pretty badass.
Adventurers will now be able to reliably read their location and the locations of their allies relative to everything else in the game, and won't have to rely on memorizing landmarks or navigating through trial and error to get where they need to go.
Okay. Pretty sick.
Our second new feature is the ability to ping a nearby location, which your allies will be able to see. Use this in conjunction with the text chat in order to strategize and
So you
synchronize
can tell
with
your friends where
party
you're
members.
at. Yeah.
Help them find
Okay.
their way to an important discovery you just made, or just use it in case your friends need help finding anything in the great wide world of Big Time.
Okay. That's why you do
The
betas.
third
That's why they
addition
do
to the
these
game
betas.
is the inclusion of the radial emote wheel, like the ping ability.
Sick.
This will offer another avenue for players to communicate with each other, and can be used either to gain the advantage while fighting through an adventure instance, or to entertain yourself and your party while in the game.
Ah.
New gear has been added to the game, which replaces some of the earlier gear players could find in the world. Players can now collect artifact fragments by looting enemies. These fragments can then be taken to the artifact merchant and exchanged for a chance at an NFT or other items in return. Lastly, a
alright.
completely new type of adventure instance.
Look at this
as the
game
Cycling.
looks sick, bro.
This ancient alien power station comes complete with its own unique obstacles and puzzles for the adventurers who are brave enough to challenge them. Big Time is ever growing and always evolving. There are a plethora of other changes packaged with the Ruby Pass update that we haven't mentioned, and we encourage you to go out into the game's world and discover them as you play. Finally, we thank those of you who've been patiently waiting, and those of you who are just now joining us on this journey for your support. We'll
Badass.
see you at Big Time's next milestone and on Time's End.
Flames. But that's big time for you. So, like I said, like the game is just growing, man. I've been watching it from the very beginning and just watching it grow and grow and grow and grow. And even just watching it now versus the video before, you could already see some changes and some growth. Like it just is looking cleaner, looking smoother. They're fixing bugs. They're fixing little things. It's incredible. It's incredible to see the progress in that project, man. I love the way it looks. I love everything about it, and I'm definitely gonna do my best to get up in there and play it as well and enjoy myself. So just y'all do the same. Go learn about some NFTs. You know, I do talk about NFTs from time to time. If you got any questions about it, feel free to let me know. If you got any questions about any of this stuff, feel free to let me know. Maybe I could help point you in the right direction and get you where you want to go. This is About Life Podcast. Your boy Shane, aka Black Duplicate. I'm out. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the content. I need all the help I can get. Please just like the video. It's not that hard. It's free. It helps me out. Just like the damn video. I thank you. We out of here. Oh yeah.